Hi everyone, it's Sunflower Spirit here, and I wanted to do an energy update because we're going through this huge energy shift right now. And so there's a lot of things going on. Um, the big thing is that we just had a full moon in Aquarius. And so right now there's a lot of changes. It's a very vulnerable time for people. You're probably feeling very vulnerable. It's also a time of transition and change, which is uncomfortable in general. And the general energy is asking us to each really think about like social change and social equality and stuff like that right now. And so I wanted to do an energy update because this energy shift is very uncomfortable. It feels like we're kind of been going from that sort of like passionate, angry, like you might have felt passionate or angry, inspired. You could also be feeling like extremely vulnerable, like I said. And so we're bringing that passion, that anger down to the vulnerability level so that change can happen. So, or up to the vulnerability level, however you want to see it. So I wanted to check in and see if the universe is offering any messages for everybody right now because this is a very challenging time for people. There's a lot going on. We also have Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, the planet Uranus, and that's actually in Taurus right now. And so there's a lot of, all this kind of like I said, like this more passionate, inspirational, angry kind of energy. We're kind of like pulling it back in. We're trying to transmute it into something that works better for us, something that works for us as a collective, something that works for us individually. So, show me what the message is, please, for today. What is the message regarding this energy shift? What is the message for everyone regarding the energy shift, please? So we have the Five of Wands. What is the message, please, regarding this energy shift? Whoa, okay, I'll take all of it. So we have the Ten of Pentacles. We have the Two of Cups. And then we have the King of Swords. So, and then on the bottom here, we have the Nine of Wands. Yeah. So the universe, first of all, I want you to know, the universe wants you to know that there is abundance within this situation. There has been a struggle. We have a five. Fives are about struggle. They're also about change. And the Five of Wands, to me, it's sort of like fighting with other people, like gossiping, hearing things maybe that aren't necessarily true, fighting over information that is usually like irrelevant in the big picture. Um, And with the bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Wands. So to me, that says that like there's a lot of resistance. There's a lot of resistance to this change. There's also a lot of defensiveness. People have their guard up with this change. People are trying to logic this change, which is interesting. So it is about using your logic, but because the vulnerability piece is involved, there is going to be an emotional piece here, and we see that with the Two of Cups. We have the Two of Cups is telling me that there is opportunity to revive these relationships, to make a social difference, to make social change within this situation. And so it's going to require that you, for one thing, there's a big thing about trust here. You need to trust that there's abundance coming, that this struggle isn't going to last forever. And I think universe is saying open yourself up, like with this Nine of Wands. Um, and I know that's really scary. It's really scary. We close ourselves off because of that fear. We close ourselves off to being vulnerable because of that fear. It's the fear of change. It's the fear of not being accepted. It's the fear of expressing yourself and getting shut down because we don't know how to deal with emotions in this society. We don't cultivate emotional intelligence. We don't cultivate the appropriate expression of emotions. And so this is kind of like some of what that change could look like. And so this could be, this happens on a personal level and it also happens on a collective level. And the more people who work on it on a personal level, the better it'll happen for the collective. So it's kind of, yeah, I get a sense people are really closed off because we have this King of Swords too. People are kind of like icing themselves away from this sort of like drama and trauma that's going on right now. There is abundance, there is opportunity to have these connections, this social change, this social equality here. But let's see if we can clarify, and I'll get a picture, a bigger picture for us. So clarify these cards, please. What else? What other messages do you have, please, regarding the spread? All right. So show me why this Five of Wands energy here. Show me more about this Five of Wands energy. We have the Page of Wands. Show me more about this Ten of Pentacles energy. Whoops. We have the Judgment. Show me more about this Two of Cups energy, please. Why do we have this Two of Cups? Show me more about this Two of Cups energy, please. We have the Eight of Pentacles. And show me why this King of Swords energy is here. We have the Magician. And then on the bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Swords. Interesting. So yeah, there is a struggle. I'm definitely seeing a struggle. And this sort of connection, first of all, right away I'm seeing this sort of connection is going to take a lot of work. It is going to take a lot of work. But also these pentacles tell me that this can be manifested in the physical world. This like social equality, this sort of it doesn't have to be just a dream. It doesn't have to be just a goal to reach. The fact that we do have pentacles here is good because the pentacles for me represent the physical world. So that's really good. We have this abundance, this Ten of Pentacles abundance here. But universe is saying there's a judgment. There's an awakening that needs to happen. This awakening needs to happen on a collective level and also on a personal level. And this sort of awakening is the Judgment card is it's looking at how things have been in the past. How has your life been in the past? And do you want to continue down that road, or are you ready for something new? Are you going to try something new? And so the Judgment card is asking you to be vulnerable because ultimately what the Judgment card is about is it's recognizing that like these patterns from your past, they haven't worked for you. So it's asking you to say, "Hey, look at this for a second. Like I'm giving you another shot. You get another shot at this." And I think it's really interesting because these people here on the bottom, they're standing in these coffins. So it's kind of saying, like, you have the opportunity. You could go higher with this. You could go, get over to these mountains, climb these mountains, or you could stay in your coffin, which is kind of like, you know, I think it's a metaphor for that growth, for that personal growth, because judgment will ask you to be vulnerable. Judgment will ask you to grow. And so it's saying, look, you have this opportunity for this abundance, for this Ten of Pentacles, for everything that you ever wanted, your family life, your work, career, social life, everything. And you just got to take a look at it personally. And this is also collective. This is what we need to do as a collective energy as well. We have the Five of Wands with the Page of Wands. So this is saying there's hope in the situation. This might look like it's this huge battle, but the Page of Wands is telling me, no, this is like just some petty BS. This is stuff, there's inspiration. You need to get creative. You need to be inspired. You need to start, maybe writing in a journal or something. find some coping skills, find something that inspires you, and you can get out of this energy. We can all get out of this energy. We have the King of Swords with the Magician. So, yeah, this is kind of like I said earlier, it's kind of like being cold to it. It's thinking logically, but it's also using your wisdom, your personal wisdom to manifest something different. And that kind of has to deal with this judgment card right here, too. So this is like you being intelligent enough, wise enough to use that wise mind to really figure out, like, hey, look, I have all these tools. I've always had these tools, and now I'm going to transform this energy into something else. And we have the Nine of Wands on the bottom with the Queen of Swords clarifying. So to me, this says that it's okay. So you might be a little bit resistant, and that's totally normal. And universe is actually saying with the Queen of Swords here that it's okay to have some personal boundaries here. It's okay. Like maybe this resistance sometimes the gatekeepers, the dragons at the gate or the gatekeepers aren't necessarily there to keep us from getting out. They're to keep other stuff from getting in. So this is totally acceptable with the Queen of Wands or the Queen of Swords, excuse me, here. This is saying that, you get to decide. You get to use your wise mind to decide what you want to manifest in your life. What you want to keep in your life. There are certain things that might come into your life and you're going to say no. I don't want this. And that's why we have those gatekeepers. That's why we have those dragons at the gate, because those are there to ultimately protect us. They're not always to keep us from getting out. It's to keep from whatever else that could be harmful to us from getting in. So that's kind of like what those boundaries are. So I love this message, you guys. This is perfect. This is beautiful. Um, I knew it was going to be a good one. Let's take in angels and ancestors, and I will wrap this up for you guys. I hope you guys are doing well. So what other messages, angels and ancestors, what other messages do you have, please, for this energy shift for everybody who needs to know? We have warrior. Wow, this one comes out so many times, you guys. I get this so often. Be fearless and stand strong. And I feel like that's like a perfect message for this right now, but I'll definitely read from the book. So yeah, I think this is a really good message, you guys. I think this is doable, something that you guys are capable of working on, that I am capable of working on. So let's see. The warrior. Be fearless and stand strong. Don't back down. Make your opinions heard. Don't settle for second best. A warrior is anyone who is ready and willing to know themselves and do what needs to be done in order to get where they want to be. In this deck, the warrior embodies fierce primal love, the warrior within, the energy you can call on to protect yourself, even if you don't think you love yourself. If you are exposed to a situation that can be harmful or dangerous, the steps you take to protect yourself are in fact acts of fierce love. Although the warrior in this card is surrounded by darkness, he is of the light. The warrior within is made of light and has the capacity to shine even more brightly when facing darkness head on. So that is beautiful. Hopefully this resonated with you guys. Hopefully this was helpful. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I will talk to you guys later.